Hey everyone. I see a couple people are here already. So I went ahead and started just like 2 minutes early. Who's all here? I saw Veronica's here. Hey Veronica. Just gonna give everyone a minute. Anybody else here? I just want to let y'all know I wash my hands very thoroughly because I cannot write without touching my face. So you're gonna see me touching my face, but do not worry, I wash my hands. Who's all here? I see a couple people are here. So this is my first time hosting a virtual write-in. I've watched several of them, but I've never actually hosted a virtual one. I host ones in real life all the time. So we'll see how this goes. Jessica, hey Jessica. I wonder how many people on this are going to be from Orlando. Like we're all in the same area, writing on the internet, hanging out on the internet. These are strange times we live in. It is. We aren't actually supposed to start yet, so I'll wait. Oh no. Okay, 7:00. Yay. I was supposed to get off at. Oh, Veronica's from Los Angeles. Okay, cool. I know Jessica's from Orlando. So I was supposed to get off work at 5:30 today, and they changed my schedule yesterday. So I got off at 6. So I was like scrambling to make sure that I could make it here in time. So that's why like my lights aren't set up or anything. It's gonna get darker as time goes on when the sun sets. Hey Allie. Allie is also from Orlando, or just have a little Orlando party here. Yeah, so I just like ate something real quick and got set up, and here we are. I am drinking a beer today, which I usually don't do on camera, but it's been a week. So it's the Infinite, I'm trying the wrong way. Infinite Ale Works, West Floridian something. Belgian Abbey style quadruple ale. My friend David was in town and left these in my fridge, so it's very good. What are y'all drinking tonight? Anybody drink anything besides water? I also have my water here. Drink responsibly. By the way, if you are watching this, this is my 4th virtual write-in of this week. That's so funny. This is my first. So Veronica said, eating Thin Mints. That is excellent. Sorry, my dog is walking by. I love Girl Scout cookies, but I have an immune reaction to soy, so I can't eat any of them because they all have soy in them, which is very sad. I could eat like maybe one. Jessica, I had blue wine earlier. It was weird. Was it that like blue champagne, the like teal colored one, or was it like a darker blue? My friend Chelsea, she had the teal one for her wedding because her colors were like teal and copper. Brenda says, coffee, the lifeblood of writers. I am still working a full schedule, so I'm not going to be drinking coffee this late in the day. We have, it looks like 7 people watching. So the thing that I do whenever I host write-ins, I always like to, Jessica, it was teal. Yeah, it's probably the same one then. They were just so happy because they could just get it like off the shelves. Robin, hi Robin, drinking coconut water because a bit dehydrated today. I did chug like 2 liters of water earlier because I was having some dehydration issues. So make sure you drink water. Yeah, so what I usually like to do when I host write-ins is I kind of ask people, what are you planning to get done today? So we're probably going to do, if everything goes to plan, 3 20-minute writing sprints. And so just think about how much time you can get done in basically an hour, spread over an hour and a half, and kind of decide what you want to get done today. So I'll start while y'all are typing out your replies. I joined a new critique group, and we had our first meeting on Sunday, and they critiqued my first chapter, and I got some really great feedback that one of the things I specifically was trying to do wasn't working exactly the way I had planned. And it's very important to that character's arc throughout the story. So I want to go back and fix that and basically implement their suggestions and they weren't suggestions because they kind of missed what I was trying to do, which is totally my fault. So I need to go back and make sure that happens. So that's my plan for the evening for at least this write-in. I'll probably make dinner and then write a little bit afterwards too and write a new chapter. Don't be shy. Tell me what you're working on today, what you want to get done. I'll tell you a little bit about the book I'm writing while y'all are getting that together. It's a contemporary YA. It's a dual POV about 2 girls in high school who decide to pretend like they're dating each other as part of a experiment for their sociology class. Veronica said, I want to make progress on a ghostwriting gig. I need to get about 3,000 words done. That's a lot. 3,000 words. Cool. Good luck to you. Well, if you have an outline, I guess it's a little bit easier to do words quickly. I'm not really an outliner, but sometimes. Robin, I'm revising an MS right now, so rereading the last revision and making notes on what I can improve. Hopefully 1 chapter per sprint. Cool. Jessica, I'd like to get as much done in the story as I can before Nano. Oh, okay. So you're trying to finish up a story so you can start a new one for Nano? I will be looking back and forth between a Google Doc and my Scrivener doc, so I really wish I had my 2 screens right now, but I just have my tiny little laptop here. Allie, working on short story revisions, trying to make a first pass through 2 or 3 scenes. All right, cool. Some people are revising, some people writing. Jessica said yes, so she's trying to finish up a book so she can get a fresh start for Nano. Courtney, hey Courtney, hoping to write 1,000 words on my novel, but it's the most important scene, so I'm overthinking. Yeah, sometimes those important scenes can be slower to write, right? Yeah, let me show you my super fancy setup. You usually don't get to see this when I'm doing Pub Talk Live, but so I was getting neck strain from looking down at my screen all the time because it's such a small laptop. And so I have these super fancy boxes and that's my laptop stand. And then I have a Bluetooth keyboard, but this keyboard is pretty cool. I can switch, it's Bluetooth, so I can switch over to my phone too. So I could type on my phone if I wanted to. And I can also use it on my TV. And then I have my little mouse here too as well. So that I can stare straight at my screen and not get that neck strain. But I don't have the second monitor like I do at work, which would be lovely for revisions. But all right, cool. Looks like everybody's checked in and kind of ready to go. Are you all ready to start a 20-minute session? I know there's a little bit of a delay from when I talk to when y'all hear it. So I was trying to wait a couple seconds to get the comments. This is good time right now to, if you don't have a beverage, hopefully water. Hopefully you have some water too. To go get one. All right. Yes. Courtney says yay. Jessica, sure. Jessica, you don't sound too sure. Veronica said, let's do it. All right, cool. So I have a little timer set up and I'm gonna show it up on the screen. And I'm actually gonna mute myself while this is going so that you don't hear me like typing, my dog walking around and stuff. And then when the timer comes on, I'll turn the sound back on and you'll be able to hear me again. So feel free to like listen whatever you want to for the next 20 minutes. Feel free to light a candle and get ready because I'm about to hit play. Okay, let's do it. Hi. Hold on 1 second. Let me stop this clock. There we go. Let me get that off the screen for a minute so no one feels stressed. Looks like a couple of people joined us during that sprint. Let's see. Dal is here. Dal, Cecil Runo. Hi. And imagine you. I've only just arrived. Hey, everyone. Let me take that little scrolling banner off the bottom since we're not writing right now. And I'll give y'all a minute to kind of like catch back up. How'd everyone do? Is everyone back, or does everyone still have me like muted so they can listen to music? Jessica got 380 words. That's cool. Robin took a lot of notes, a chapter and a half. Nice. Veronica got 900 words. Congrats. That's really nice. I actually got almost all of the edits that I wanted to do on that chapter done. So I just have like a couple more tweaks I'm going to make, and I'll probably start drafting the next chapter in the next sprint. Courtney got 618 words for today. So that's good. We're all making progress. That's what this is all about, right? Chris is cheering everyone on. Congrats, Veronica. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna have to start drafting. So I need to create. I'm in Scrivener, so I need to create the next chapter files because I haven't yet. Veronica said, "Thanks, Jessica. Great work, everybody." Allie said, "I think I'm revising my goal to get through one scene." So that went a little bit slower than expected, huh? Let me check my word count. I added 33 words. I think I probably added actually 100 and deleted the rest to make up for that. About 100. Anybody else want to check in? Does anybody have any questions while we're kind of taking our little break? Feel free to stand up and do some stretch. I want to show you my shirt. So like from here, it just looks like it says read. It's my read one book shirt. Let's see who else is checking in. Brenda said 290 words, but better than none. 290 is good. 300 is actually my goal for when I sit down to write. And oftentimes I write more than 300, but I give myself permission to stop after 300. So Chris said I just rewrote the same paragraph a few times, but I like them now. That's good. Sometimes you gotta keep trying until you get it right. Everyone has completed a good amount of work. Congrats to all. Yeah, so my shirt, read one book. I don't know if y'all know, I had like this tweet weirdly go viral that I suggested that people want to be published authors read one book published in the last 5 years, and people got really mad. And since I'm like a low-key troll, I had these shirts made, and several people bought them, so they're very comfy too. Yeah, it's a shirt. Read one book. Though, of course, no one who sees me in real life like has any clue what this shirt is about, right? Thanks, Veronica. Yeah, it was a weird couple of days for sure. I'm gonna show y'all one of my favorite writing stretches while we're here. And so you just sit straight up and take your hands and put them in a prayer position, and then pull down until you feel a stretch in your forearms and in your wrist. Whenever I'm writing, that's one of my favorite, and I always try to keep my fingers straight too, so I get a little stretch in my fingers too. It's one of my favorite writing time stretches. Imagine you said, do you mind if I ask a pitch question? Yeah, as long as we can answer it pretty quickly. A couple people here I know are pretty good at pitches too, so feel free. I don't know if y'all saw, because you were probably busy writing, but like my cat made an appearance while we were writing. Just walked all over this table, including on my keyboard. How much of the book should a pitch cover, in your opinion? It kind of depends, I think, on the book, but a third to 2/3, depending. Just enough to get us interested and want to read more, and a little bit of a hint at what happens, right? Robin said her cat coming over to lick her hand. My cat just likes to walk on things. Do you all agree with me on the 1/3 to 2/3? It really depends on the book, of course, but oh, and here she comes. Oh, my phone stopped her. She's just sitting right there. Oh, good. I'm glad that helps. Yeah. Definitely not the ending. Definitely not for sure the ending. You never want to give the ending away in anything but a classic synopsis. Not the word that sometimes people use the word synopsis to mean like a back cover copy, and that's not the same thing. A plus cat content. Yeah. She's a little monster. I'm gonna show you to her. I'm gonna just tilt the camera and show you where she's sitting. It's right there on the edge of the table. That's my girl. All right. Thank you. Veronica said she's so pretty. She is. She's also kind of creepy. One of her favorite things to do is just to sit somewhere, usually in a corner or halfway hidden behind something, and stare at me. So, oh, the cat castle. Yeah, I totally forgot you could see that. My mom actually bought that. I mentioned that I needed a bigger one, and my mom is like a super shopper. Like she does couponing and stuff, and so she found one for sale and sent it to me, and I built it. I'm gonna have to move it soon. We'll see how that goes. Oh, what was I gonna say? Yeah, so I'm gonna create my chapters real quick because I went way further than I thought I would on doing those revisions, and so I need to create those documents. Oh no, that's the wrong thing. Anybody else use Scrivener? What do y'all use to draft your books? Oh, that's what's going on. Okay. I just accidentally deleted a whole bunch of things I need to delete. I actually accidentally created some things that I need to delete. There we go. That's what I want. Chapter 2. Yeah, I just started writing this book, so brand new. see, we got Jessica's in Scrivener, Courtney's in Scrivener 2, Rob in Scrivener still waiting for version 3 for Windows. I don't, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the Apples, they have the sync where you can sync across like multiple computers, or there's like a cloud something, and we don't have that for Windows. Is that right? Or have I just not updated my Scrivener? Veronica uses Word. For a while, I wrote in Google Docs because I was like so often on multiple computers on my phone and stuff. So I used Google Docs for a while. Oh, I see a lot of, okay. Let's see. Brenda says basic outline, sort of a hybrid Panther. I use Word. Cool. You can sync with Windows, but there's a lot of extra features. Oh, okay. I'll have to check out that sync later. Apple can sync on Scrivener, yeah. Word, I use a different document for every chapter while I'm drafting. Oh, wow. I used to have a really slow computer, and once the novel got long, Word would crash, so that probably is a smart move there. And then if your like whole document crashes, you only use one chapter, lose one chapter, so that's good. Are I using Notepad on the iPad? Then I copy paste chapter by chapter in Word also on my iPad. That's cool. I used to write a lot on my phone, and so I would use like Google Drive. Courtney, yes, I use on my phone, iPad, PC, using Dropbox to sync. I used Dropbox to sync files. Like I saved, what was that? I saved Scrivener files directly to my Dropbox. And then I had a massive glitch and lost like 12,000 words. And when I, tried to get help for it, they were basically like, oh, this is a known issue. So I'm terrified. I'm syncing the Dropbox now. The latest version doesn't sync well with the new iOS software. Maybe I'll go back to using Google Docs just because like these days I'm again like all over the place. So OneDrive is my Dropbox. Yeah, a lot of people use OneDrive now. We're using OneDrive at work too. All right, is everyone ready for a second sprint? Cat's still sitting right there, by the way. Could y'all hear that? Like a little sound in my throat. Yes, please. That's terrifying. I'm pretty good about backing up OneDrive. Yeah, it was really bad, and I lost a lot from it. So, okay, looks like everyone's ready. All right, so I'm gonna get that timer back up on the screen, and we're gonna do 20 minutes. And again, I'm going to mute my mic while the timer is going, so you won't hear all the random noises that I might make. And get that banner going back. We're gonna get started. And as soon as I can find the window and click the timer, y'all ready? Set, go. Hey everyone. Looks like we gained at least one person. Let me check on Twitter. All right, cool. So just to let y'all know, if you are watching embedded on Twitter, make sure you click on through to YouTube because that's where you're going to see the comments and the discussion and everything. So, and where you can make discussion comments as well, participate in the discussion. So I'll give y'all like a minute to kind of catch up and make sure you're hearing me and you're here. How is everyone doing? I started writing the next chapter and I got, let me do some math, 356 words in that last 20 minutes. So I am not sad about that. I'm going to take that counter off the screen. 522 words. Nice, Jessica. Nice. Anybody else? This is not a contest, by the way, of course, because everyone writes differently, right? Robin said another chapter and a half, making good progress. Keeping steady pace there, Robin. 486 words, and I finished a difficult scene. Nice. I'm still writing chapter 2, so my characters are still kind of like getting to know each other. So I'm also still kind of getting to know them too, so it's a little slow going, but. I am so sorry if you heard that. Beer makes me really burpy. Anybody else want to check in with their progress? I look like Jessica, you tagged me on Instagram. You probably saw me look at my phone during it because I got a notification. I was like, what? What is this? Oh, at least you got me when I was like not making an angry face. I have a severe RBF. Oh, Allie, I'm putting a pin in this scene and moving on to something else. Sorry. We all have those days, though. Oh, God. Now my dog's coming over, but you can't see him. Well, I guess the camera is movable. I'm going to show you Jasper. Where are you at, bud? There he is. He's just waiting for some pets. Small good boy. So I have plenty of writing buddies tonight. Though they more distract me than do anything to help. Yeah, so I am into chapter 2 of my new book. Yeah, he has a sweet face. He's a elder dog. He's a sweetheart. Anybody else? Hey, Susan, welcome. It's fine. We have one more sprint to go, so you're gonna be able to join us for that full sprint. So that's cool. I'm just really happy that I finished editing that first chapter, and I didn't even expect. I thought it would take me all 3 sprints to edit that first chapter, but it went really, really smoothly. So I'm just happy I'm putting words on the page now. Maybe that beer helped. Maybe I should get a second one. Imagine you completed a couple of pages of proofreading. Oh, Susan's doing copy edits. That is the least fun part of the process. At least in my opinion. I know everyone feels differently. Now that the sun is setting, my camera doesn't know what to do with the lighting or color balance or anything because I have like these terrible yellow lights up here. Oh, none of that, Sarah. None of that. All right, I am going to stand up for a minute and I'm probably going to go get the second of those beers because it is really nice. I'm really enjoying it. So feel free to stand up and stretch a little bit. We've been sitting down. If you've been with me since the beginning, we've been sitting down for over an hour, so it's always good to stand up every hour and stretch a little bit. So Veronica just grabbed some rehydrating full fuel. Yeah, I love ride-ins. They definitely make me focus a lot better than just sitting by myself. I think it's like the social pressure as an extrovert. I'm really susceptible to social pressure. So Alice, I'm happy with the progress I made. I just think my brain can't work anymore on the stories tonight. That's true. Sometimes that happens. All right, so I'm gonna go grab that beer and stretch my legs a little bit. I'll be back just in like 1 minute or less. I'm really glad I stood up. My heels were getting really tight, so I was able to stretch them out a little bit. I have some plantar fasciitis and Achilles tendonitis, so my heels get really tight if I sit down for a long time. It's the benefit of having a dog. He always makes you get up. Do we have any questions before we start our last 20-minute sprint? I know we had a question last time, so feel free to jump on in. No questions? I have stopped wearing rings because of the coronavirus. They said it's harder to wash your hands with rings on them, and I'm really missing it. I like feel for them all the time and they're not there. How's everyone doing, by the way? My job, so I work at the public library. My library closed to the public as of today, but we're all still going into work every day. And it's a large library. We have a couple hundred employees, so we're all still in that building together. My office is an actual closet. There are 5 people. If you look on the blueprints, the original blueprints, it says storage room. So I'm in a closet with 5 people. I went for water. All this work is making me thirsty. Water is great. I love water. I drink so much. Oh, Veronica's a high school teacher. You just told you're out until April 17th. That's a long time. So Veronica, you're probably not going in then. I saw some schools were like still making the teachers go in to do work. I don't know. Yeah, it is scary to have to go in, especially because we have a lot of employees who are like older or have, certain health issues. So, and then we're still sending out. My library does books by mail for everyone, and so we're still sending those out. We're still taking returns as well. So, yeah, in my office, I mean, we all like each other at least, but Yeah, Jessica said this killed all of the film work. Yeah, I saw so many film stuff being shut down. Future unknown until this is over. Oh, and Jessica, you're like contract too. You just work the jobs that you're given. So, oh, that sucks. I'm sorry. Um, do you feel a bit exposed when you're at work? Luckily for me, I'm an event planner, so I don't work with the public on a general daily basis. Um, and all of our events were canceled, so at least I like kind of am secluded a little bit. But I do have like my assistant manager sits right across from me. He has kids in school, and he had to go to the hospital this week because he had ear infection, and so like I'm not super happy about that. Um, yeah, Robin, I was wondering, I saw you on here. I know you're a doctor, so not on the front lines yet. What does that mean? Um, my sister works she's a nurse, and she works at an eye surgery center, um, which is usually not things that are urgent. And they close down for next week, but that it's primarily, I think, because they don't have any. Well, in construction we call it PPE. I don't know if it's called the same thing in the health industry. They don't have any masks or anything because they can't get any. They can't order any, and they do surgery. They can't do surgery without masks. Right, said, no, we're not getting in. Kids have 2 weeks without mandatory work, and then they start doing distance learning. Yeah, I think Orange County schools are doing the same thing. They have 2 weeks off, and then they start virtual school on the 30th or something. As doctors get quarantined in areas like Seattle and New York City, they're pulling in whoever they can to triage patients. Yikes. That's what I've heard anyway. I did hear in some areas where it's getting really bad, they're pulling in like retired nurses and nurses who are in like their last semester of school. So I hope my sister doesn't get pulled in. She's, she's got a family at home and everything. And my sister, at least not anymore, but she had asthma when she was a kid. And she has like, when she was older, she had sports-induced asthma, but she didn't really play sports anymore. So that wouldn't be a good situation for her. Anybody else affected? Yeah, so we're still going in. We book 4 months out. So right now we're like looking at June and July, and we're planning events with the possibility that we're just gonna have to turn around and cancel them, which sucks. I had to cancel the Orlando Book Festival, which is like the biggest event of the year for us, or at least the biggest literary event for the year. And we also had to cancel our first ever. Well, what was going to be our first ever gardening festival. We're going to do a 4-floor gardening festival at the library in April, and we had to cancel that, which was really sad because we put a lot of work into that. And it's not something that we can just reschedule for like the fall, right? The gardening festival is pretty specific to spring, so we have to wait till next year. I'm from the UK, and they're using third-year nurses. Yeah. This is terrifying, man. It's really scary. And some people are just still going about their daily lives. All right, well, we should probably start the third and final 20-minute sprint. I was pretty bummed about the festival. Me too. We put today, actually, we took down the last of like the signage and returned, all the supplies that we had borrowed from like different areas of the building and everything. It was just like the saddest thing, putting all this stuff back that never got used. We're looking at rescheduling that hopefully in the fall. We'll see. That's luckily one we can reschedule. That's not a certain time of year. So, all right. So we have our last 20-minute sprint coming up. I was too. Yeah, Jess, thanks. I saw you posting about it. So just as a heads up, you see that little Pub Talk Live logo Right there. Cool. Right there. So I do a show called Pub Talk Live, which is the second and fourth Saturday of every month. It's a publishing talk show where I have guests and we talk about publishing news, which right now there's not a lot besides coronavirus. And then I also interview a guest. And so make sure you tune in for that and check those out. Your book will be out by the fall, Jessica. Is that what you're saying? That's cool. I didn't know you had a book coming out. Nice. Send me some info about it. Tweet at me or something about it. All right, so let's get ready for our final 20-minute sprint and make sure the timer looks good. And we're gonna get started. Everyone ready? Let me know if you're ready. I don't want to start if people are like doing other things. I know there's a delay between me talking and live, so I always like to wait a minute or two to let those comments come through. All right, looks like people are ready. Robin says, let's go. Courtney says, ready. Cool. So we're gonna start that timer. I'm gonna mute my mic and 20 minutes starting. Oh, let me put that on screen. Oops, there we go. All right, ready? Go. Time is not up, but I don't know if y'all are missing this right now. This is what I'm dealing with. I know. All right. Hi, everyone. That is time. How'd everyone do? I'm going to have to do a little math to figure out what I did. Let's see. I had, what did I have last time? 389, I think. So I had 240 words on this chapter, but I got to introduce my love interests. So I had to make sure I got that right because, it's very important the first time the love interests meet in a romance. So that's exciting. Yeah. How's everyone doing? How'd you do that 20 minutes? You get any work done? Some of you saw I turned my mic on for just a little bit. Literally halfway through that last writing session, Athena decided to make her presence known. All right, let's see. Hit 3,232 with the 3 writing sprints. Wow, Veronica, that is awesome. You need to teach me your ways. I cannot write that quickly. Thanks, Bess. Robin said I stopped after 1 chapter because I got really tired. We'll have to head to bed soon, but this is the most focused I've been since things got out of control last week. Yeah, I love this. That's why I decided to do this. So I do this at our Southwest Branch, the 3rd Wednesday of every month. And so I was like, what am I going to do if I don't have that focused time? So I decided to do this instead. And so I'm so glad y'all came out and joined me for this because I, as an extrovert, I miss people and I miss that like social pressure of writing in a group. And it really does make you so productive. It makes it so much easier to, like, I have dishes that I know I have to do after this and, some vacuuming I need to do, but it makes it a lot easier just to ignore that and focus on writing for a little bit. So I'm so glad y'all came out. Bess is convinced my main character has ADHD. No, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Bess. Veronica, yay, love interest. I know. I love writing the first meeting. It's the best. Jessica said 320 words, total of 1222 words tonight. Congrats. That is great. Allie said 250 words that sprint, which puts me over 1,000 for the day. Nice. 4 digits. 488 words for 1592 total for Courtney. That is an awesome night. Veronica said it's easier because it's ghostwriting. Oh, because it's like kind of like mapped out for you. Yeah, that does make it a little bit easier for sure. Jessica also got a little tired that last round. You can't take my headcanon the author's time. So Bess and I actually meet almost every Sunday for an in-person writing session, but it's just me and her, and then her husband cooks us dinner usually. And one time she finished reading my last book and she asked me something. I said, well, yeah, that's my headcanon. And she was like, you're the author, your headcanon is canon. I still like to think of it as headcanon though, because it's not text, it's not contextual on the page. Veronica said less pressure because it's not really mine. Okay, cool. I've never really done that ghostwriting before, so I could see that. There's something I want to say, I don't remember what it was. So I was thinking about doing this, maybe, let me know what y'all think. Maybe every Wednesday while the library has events canceled, which is at least now through the end of April. Except for maybe that last week in April because I will be moving then. But it would help me keep on track. And so if y'all want to do that, if you want to be interested in doing that, let me know. I might do it anyway. As long as like 2 people are watching, I'm good. Because then I feel I feel that social pressure that I've been talking about. Veronica said, yes, please. Yes, please. Awesome. Cool. I'm so glad you want to do that. So we might be doing that. Maybe I can convince Bess to come over and she can sit right here next to me. I don't know. I don't think she likes being on camera though. She can sit across from me and not be on camera. Robin said, sounds good to me. Cool. I need some social writing pressure. I love it. I don't know. Like, I just really thrive on social writing pressure. So I'm glad y'all are here with me. Yeah, so that is pretty much all we have for tonight. I need to go make dinner in a little bit, but Beth said I'm in, I think. Okay, cool. That would be awesome if you can come over for these sessions. Allie said I'm doing so many virtual write-ins. This one's a different format. You're probably doing like Hangouts, right? Or like a text chat room or a Discord or something, right, Allie? That'd be super cool if Bess could join me here, and then we have like 2 people here. And Beth says, "Hi, Allie." I love how many Orlando people there are on this chat. We're just like hanging out on the YouTubes since we can't do it in person. Okay, thanks, Jess. You're doing Discord, yeah. I like this because like I don't mind being on camera, but also I just like the kind of personal aspect of it. Allie said, hi, Bess. Y'all are so awesome. All right, so I can take a couple of minutes. If anyone has any questions, we can talk about that. If not, feel free to sign off. And thank you so much. You like people staring at your face. Mainly I like people staring at the background here, which is why I have it. A lot of people think whenever I'm filming Pub Talk Live that that's like a green screen thing. No, that's actually, as you can tell right now, on my wall. But I'm a minimalist. I don't have a lot on my walls anyway, so it's easy to put that up. Bye, Veronica. Thank you. Yeah, y'all feel free to sign out. And it looks like Imagine you have some questions, so I'm going to answer. Connects to the last one I asked. Regarding the pitch part of the query letter, would you also suggest to only cover 1 to 2/3 of the book? Yeah, definitely. You basically, so the things that you want in a query letter are, there are 2 different methods that I like to say. And one is, who is your main character? What do they want? What is stopping them from getting what they want? And what happens if they don't get what they want? And so those first 3 questions are obviously the first third to 2/3 of the book, whereas the last question is more of like a threat of what will happen at the end, right? But almost always the worst doesn't happen unless there's a second book, I guess. And so those are the questions that you want your query letter to answer. It's phrased a different way. Let me see if I can remember. I can't remember the other phrasing that I do sometimes, but that will guide your way. And a lot of people really miss those last 2 questions. What's standing in the main? So that's what is standing in the way of the main character getting what they want. That is the conflict, right? And then what happens if they don't get what they want? That's the stakes. And so conflict and stakes are the 2 most important things in query letters, and they're also the 2 things that are most often forgotten in query letters. And so, yeah, I hope that helps. All right, so I'm going to call it a night. I'm going to make some pork fried rice, and that will hopefully feed me for a couple days. And I think I'm probably going to do this next week. So I hope you'll join me next week. And until next time, I'll see you later. Bye. Thank you.